This is your city, your government, your station, your news. This is Update News. It took 2 attempts, but Wilmington City Council has approved a budget to operate the city for the upcoming fiscal year.
We've been through great deliberation, and that once again compromises on both sides, and we're not going to make this personal because we're here to do the people's work. We got to put personalities aside. I'm for one don't agree with a lot of the things that are said on a lot of times that are out of context. So I think it's time that we have a good budget, we pass this budget, and we move on, because you know we've been at this for some time now, and it's the right time to pass this budget.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Potter.
Yes.
Mr. Congo.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Council's first attempt at passing the budget was thwarted by Mayor James Baker, who vetoed the plan, saying it was not balanced as required by law. The City Council met again and voted 9-4 to override the mayor's veto. Wilmington has a $140 million operating budget for fiscal year 2012. The newly adopted budget does not include a property tax increase for city residents for the first time in 3 years. Throughout April, City Council held public hearings with city departments to help craft the budget. An amendment to the approved budget restored 2 positions that had been originally cut, one in the Finance Department and one in the Department of Public Works. The new budget for the City of Wilmington takes effect July 1st. Nearly 130,000 children in Delaware receive meals during the school year through the free and reduced price school lunch program. Though they are eligible, that number falls dramatically during the summer months. Only 27% of those students participate in a summer meal program. With the aid of a $400,000 grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Summer Food Service Program hopes to reach those in need while school is out. Hundreds of sites throughout the city and state will offer healthy meals for free, and the grant will allow food to be distributed at housing authority sites statewide. Wilmington's youth will be able to get free breakfast, lunch, and dinner through the city's Summer Food Service Program, which runs through August 19th. The Christina School District will be serving breakfast and lunch through August 4th at many schools in the district, including Albert Palmer and Bancroft Elementary Schools and Bayard Middle School in Wilmington. A weekly family dinner will also be served at the Bancroft and Bayard schools. More information on meal times and locations can be found online or by calling the Delaware Helpline at 211. Bloom Energy, a California manufacturer of electricity-producing fuel cells, has decided to expand its operations and plans to build a new high-tech manufacturing hub in Delaware. The new facility will be located on 50 acres of land once occupied by the Chrysler Automotive plant in Newark, with construction set to begin this fall. The plant closed in 2008, and the property now belongs to the University of Delaware, which has designs on turning the area into a high-tech center for research and medicine. Governor Jack Markell announced that the operation could bring as many as 1,500 jobs to Delaware, filling about 900 of those within the next 5 years.
Recently, Bloom had a choice of its own, a choice of where it was going to build its factory of the future to meet the growing demand for efficient and reliable energy. Their choice is Delaware. And the outcome could be up to 1,500 new jobs, getting people to work right here in Delaware, supplying the company and building the energy servers that can power homes and businesses around the country.
Bloom Energy servers convert gases and other fuels to electricity, providing cleaner, cheaper, and more efficient energy to consumers. Delmarva Power is proposing to partner with Bloom Energy to generate power for customers. The company, established in 2001, already services large corporations like Coca-Cola, FedEx, Google, and Walmart. In return for locating their plant in Delaware, Bloom Energy will receive $11.2 million from the state, but they must meet various hiring goals to collect that amount. Construction of the new 200,000 square foot facility is subject to a final agreement with Delmarva Power and regulatory approval. Bloom Energy expects to begin operating in Delaware by mid-2012. 2 Wilmington schools were among 4 in the state to share in a $5.8 million grant from the federal government. Stubbs Elementary School will split $3.25 million with Glasgow High School, and the Howard High School of Technology will receive $1.5 million in school improvement grants. Funding for the grants comes from the United States Office of Student Achievement and School Accountability. Howard High will use the money to restructure 9th and 10th grade schedules to allow for smaller learning communities, team teaching, and targeted additional instruction time. Stubbs School will use the funding for a variety of changes, including leadership structure, the quantity and quality of instructional time, and the selection, retention, and evaluation of teaching staff. Dr. Lillian Lowery, Delaware's Secretary of Education, said the 4 schools, which also includes Positive Outcomes Charter School in Camden, were awarded the funding because they have committed to ambitious reforms that required innovation and, at times, courage. And we will see the return on this investment as children are learning and achieving at new levels. The $5.8 million grant funds will be distributed to the schools over the course of the next 3 years. Students from Salesianum High School, Tower Hill High School, and the University of Delaware have been honored for their community service. The 2011 Jefferson Awards were presented to the Youth Service Challenge winners during a ceremony at the Lewis L. Redding City County Building.
How proud we are of your initiative in taking on particular subjects that are not very popular. It's the young people like you who jump on opportunities and run with it that let us know that we do have a great country and that we also have a great future.
Salesianum High School was recognized for their campus ministry project, which involved over 250 students and faculty spending a day assisting more than 20 service agencies in the community. Faith Lyons, a junior at Tower Hill School, was recognized for initiating a book drive that sent over 400 books to needy communities in Appalachia. Faith has also worked with Habitat for Humanity in New Orleans, assisting residents affected by Hurricane Katrina, and has organized a Leadership in the Press program at Tower Hill. 5 seniors at the University of Delaware were given Jefferson Awards for redesigning a Students in Action program. The course trains high school students in leadership practices with the aim of multiplying teen public service. The Students in Action program is available in 32 of Delaware's high schools. This is the first year that the Jefferson Awards have been presented in the Youth Service Challenge category. The goal of the challenge is to engage 1 million American youths in student-led service activities within the next 5 years. The Jefferson Awards for Public Service have been given out annually since 1972. Thanks to the help of Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County, Wilmington has 6 more homes owned by first-time home buyers. Terrace Green is a new development of townhomes located at A and Townsend Streets in the city's Southbridge section. The 6 new homes were constructed with the assistance of sponsors and volunteers, both of which are a key to the success of Habitat for Humanity projects. The new homeowners were presented their keys and a Bible at a celebration in front of their new homes.
This is nothing but a win. You take an old, decrepit house, you bring it back up to looking good and it helps the whole neighborhood, and these good people get a home. So it's more than a house, it's a home. And that's the great thing about Habitat, that it does this, and it's a holistic type of approach. And I understand you all put a few hours of sweat equity into this. Yeah. So that not only they get a home, they actually participated in, and in the future have the ability to maybe to fix it up when you want to change something along the way.
And now we have 6 more families that will become part of the Southbridge family, and we're just excited about that. This project was, as President Clark announced, was definitely a collaboration of many different organizations, and it does take the village to bring forth a community, not just to raise a child, but bring forth the community. And as you see, the Southbridge Civic Association, I'd like to recognize Mr. Marvin Thomas, here president of our Southbridge Civic Association. Habitat joined us in a community benefits agreement, so that this not only brought us 6 more families, but it also brought assets and resources to our ever-growing, developing community. It's this type of interaction and collective work and responsibility is what's going to take to bring our neighborhoods back to be the neighborhoods that we once had when we were younger.
Well, this is one of the biggest blessings for me, besides having my kids, to be able to go from homeless to a homeowner in a little over a year with my kids is definitely a blessing.
The new owners purchased the homes for $125,000 with a 0% mortgage. Each homeowner was required to put in sweat equity by helping with the construction of their house. Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County has built nearly 180 homes throughout the county during the past 25 years. 3 downtown businesses have been awarded a total of over $6,000 in grant money to enhance their storefronts.
I don't know of any downtown that looks like this one on Main Street. You don't have this architecture left anymore, I don't think, in any other city. And we have a very unique jewel here that we need to save and make unique. and make it something that people can say, I want to go there, a place of happiness.
Gavado's Restaurant and Candies at 800 North Market Street, Advanced Chiropractic, which adjoins Leo and Jimmy's Delicatessen at 726 North Market Street, and High Sound Electronics at 415 North Market Street were honored with facade improvement grants through the Downtown Vision's Main Street program. The three business owners were chosen for their dedication to and continued investment in Wilmington. A total of 7 storefronts in the downtown area have been enhanced with the assistance of Downtown Visions, which has a goal of facilitating facade improvements at 276 commercial buildings. The Downtown Visions Main Street program brings together business owners with professional architectural assistants in an effort to impact not only storefronts, but also the quality of life in the city. Free fans are available to elderly Wilmington residents through the city's Office of Constituent Services. Supplies are limited, so Wilmington residents aged 60 or older are encouraged to call 576-2489 to check on availability. The city also asks neighbors to check on each other and elderly relatives during the summer's heat. Senior citizens are more susceptible to heat-related illness than the young. For additional information on heat-related resources, call the Office of Constituent Services or contact Delaware at 571-9100. Another good way to beat the heat is at one of Wilmington's public pools or spray parks. The 4 city pools are free of charge and open from 1 to 6 p.m. from July 1st through August 13th. The weekly pool schedule varies for each location, so call the Department of Recreation for more information about the pool nearest you. All 6 of the city's spray parks will be open every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., including weekends. Like the pools, there's no fee for using Wilmington's water parks. More information about the city's Department of Parks and Recreation or about the various parks, pools, or water parks can be found online at www.WILMINGTON'D.GOV. The Wilmington Job Corps Center held a May Day celebration to promote the center's Training Career Success Standards program. Local employers and institutes of higher learning joined the students for a day of education mixed with a Mardi Gras theme.
To basically celebrate our career success standards. Those are standards which incorporate communication, incorporate teamwork, incorporate soft skills, employability skills, because what we do, we train students to place them in employment opportunities.
The day stressed the importance of Job Corps Center values, which include healthy and responsible living. Students were also given an opportunity to learn job interview skills and employment expectations from a number of area businesses. Parade goers at Wilmington's annual Memorial Day Parade were given a surprise when Vice President Joseph Biden marched down the parade route in Trolley Square.
If you can bring yourself to face not the shadows, but real death, described and recognizable by bullet or saber, Arab or lance, then you need never be afraid again. When these thousands, and now it's close to 200,000 still deployed, when they are finally home, and they will be home, when all the streets are renamed, when all the parades are finished, when everything is said and done, just remember, we still owe them.
The main reason I'm here is to give thanks to the veterans who have served this country, for without them we would not be able to march up and down the streets as freely as we do today. More importantly, here with former council member Gerald Brady, who's now a ranking officer in the Army, National Guard, gives his duty to his country every day, served in Iraq. You know, at the end of the day, remember, the only reason you're free in this country is because of the servicemen and women who set you free.
Held every year on May 31st, the actual date of Memorial Day, the parade and ceremony honors those who served and died defending America. We'll leave you today with scenes from one of the oldest traditions in America, Wilmington's 144th Annual Memorial Day Parade. Thanks for watching.
Day, who made their breast Please God, send my son back, send my daughter back, send my husband back, send my wife back, send my mom, send my dad back. And you know, they do it in silence.